Hey my beauties, it's your girl Cartier of Stiletto Beauty coming at you with another video. To my new beauties, thank you so much for stopping by, whatever brought you here. And to my returning beauties, thank you so much for the continued support. It means so much to me. To my new beauties, I ask that you join our community here, which is the Beautihood. And to do so is in 3 simple steps. Click the subscribe button, hit the bell, click all so you always know when your girl is posting. Now to all beauties watching, I ask that you watch this video and any of my videos in its entirety, and then and only then, if you like what you saw, give your girl a thumbs up. In the comment section, I ask that you respectfully shower me with constructive criticism, love, questions, recommendations, all that good stuff, because that's where you and I connect on a more one-to-one basis. Hi, my beauties. This is Headmistress Cartier Allen. And if I'm popping up on your screen, then you already know it is time for class is in session. And the class topic that we're going to be discussing today is Makeup 101. So without further ado, grab your notebooks, grab your pens, because it is time to learn some makeup. All right, my beauties. So now we're going to get into, this is Makeup 101. And so I really wanted to break down all that I could as far as makeup is concerned. So what is makeup? What is it for? Why do we do it? All this good stuff. What's the types of makeup? This is what we're going to be discussing. So first things first, what is makeup? Makeup is products that is used, products that is used or applied to the face to enhance or alter the appearance. Now, for here in the Beautihood, we say makeup is to enhance, never cover up. All right. Now when it comes to makeup, makeup has so many types of makeup. There's so many types or styles of makeup, right? So I'm just going to touch on the styles that are commonly you seen, or the stuff that you'll probably ask for on social media or in day-to-day life. The first style I'm going to talk about is glam makeup. Now, glam makeup is makeup that emphasizes glamour and sophistication. Glam makeup is broken up into 2 subcategories. The first one is full glam, which is here, right? Full glam is more bold and dramatic makeup, where you'll see heavy eyeliners, wing liners, bold lips, red lips, like that. Then you have soft glam, which is more like this. Now, soft glam is full glam, but just tamer. It's lighter, if you will. Then the next style of makeup is your no makeup makeup, which is right here. And this makeup pretty much is more natural, subtle, but flawless in appearance. Then you have your monochromatic style of makeup. And this is pretty much, oh, here it goes, is when you take one color and you use it across the entire face, from the eyeshadow to the blush to the liner to the lips. And it still works though, right? The next style of makeup, which is this style is very popular, which is period makeup. Now, period makeup, this is not the one I'm talking about. Period makeup, and what I refer to this is, you have types of makeup that you will wear during the day versus you have types of makeup when you wear at night, right? And so I like to call it period. It should be called period makeup, or I might change it to event style makeup. And this is just suitable makeup for particular events. So that, like, if you're going to a brunch, your makeup will be a little more different than if you're going to a formal event. Does that make sense? Okay, so that is what that style is. Now, a very popular style of makeup is retro makeup. Retro makeup is makeup that is inspired by beauty trends throughout the past. So you have your 1920s, the 50s, which is very popular. You have the 60s, the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s. These are all retro styles of makeup. Okay, so the next style of makeup, and this is, I brought it in, and this is what I call, and please do not take this term, this is not meant to be offensive, but it's just by definition, which is your alternative makeup. And I say it's alternative because this is not the typical ideal makeup. It's still beautiful nonetheless. But when I say alternative makeup, it's just different but equally as beautiful. And the categories of this is gothic slash emo makeup, which is here, which I'm obsessed with. I might do a look because I love it. Special effects makeup, which is examples like this. And then you have your more editorial fashion style of makeup. Okay. Now those are the styles. Now, when doing these styles, there are also, when it comes to makeup, there's areas of makeup. Now, when I say areas of makeup, is the makeup, when you do makeup, it's not just you taking a foundation and you slapping all over your face. There's areas when it comes to makeup because you have foundation. Well, I'm sorry, let's back up again. When I come to areas, is the different parts of the face, each has their own separate area of makeup. That's how I define areas. So the first part is your base, which is all over your face. The base is where you talk about, we're going to talk about foundations, concealers, contour, bronzer, blush, highlighter, those things. Then you have eyes, where we're going to talk about eyeshadow, liners, brows, as well as lashes. Then you have lips, which we're going to talk about the immense amount of lip products, from lipsticks, the different types of lipsticks, or formulations of lipsticks, glosses, oils, balms, stains, so many. Now, when it comes to makeup, I want to get into two major key points when it comes to makeup. Okay, my beauties. The first key point is when you're doing the major key point, takeaway, in my opinion, the most important. The first step in makeup is skincare. And so skincare, stay tuned. That's going to be, again, another class. Skincare is the most important step when it comes to makeup. If the way that I refer to it is, I'm a person of analogies. I like to refer to the face as a canvas, right? If you're painting, you can paint over a rugged, rough, textured, or a canvas that's already painted, but it's not going to give you what you want to need. Like if it was a fresh, clean, blank canvas. And that's the same thing when it comes to skincare. You want your skin itself to be at the best optimal health and in the best shape. So I promise you, then that makeup that you put on, that I'm talking about, all these different styles, all these different techniques that we're going to be talking about, it's going to eat. Okay? The next key point is lighting is important. So there's different type of lighting, right? You have lighting in your house, which is the lights that you use. Inside your house or an apartment, well, mostly if you live in an apartment, the standard is going to be more orangey, like a tinge type of lighting. And then you have natural lighting. Natural lighting is the best optimal lighting when you're doing your makeup. Now with technology, so first, what is natural lighting? Natural lighting is pretty much what it says. It is lighting that is happening in nature or that's outside. It's not manipulated. So the best lighting to do your makeup is, if you're being completely honest, is in the sun, because that is going to show you what you're going to look like when you step outside your house, right? Now, with the amazing advancements in technology, just like I'm sitting here in this video recording to you in natural lighting, is because of the different lights that I have, right? So you want to make sure that whether you buy you some lights or if you're going to do it in your house, make sure you're doing your makeup in front of a window where the lighting, the lighting from outside can hit your face. Now, the beauty of this, the more you do your makeup, you won't necessarily need the lighting, but just in the beginning, this is something that you want. Okay? Now, let's get into all about the base. So now, before we start into it, I'm going to hit you guys with this is a section of, we're going to start with some vocab and some terms. Pay attention. I wanted to break down terms and vocabulary because in makeup, when we talk about makeup, we use a lot of terms that beginners just don't know what we're talking about. And it took me, this part of makeup in my journey took me a long time to grasp, understanding the different terms and what they mean. So, These are the things that I want you to consider before you purchase or you buy or you start your makeup journey, right? The first thing when you're looking to do makeup is you have to know your skin tone, right? And what is skin tone? Skin tone refers to the surface color of your skin. It is your complexion, right? The types, there is 4 types of skin tone. You have fair, you have light, you have medium, and you have dark. Now, there's different synonyms for these. Fair is typically what you'll hear. Light as well, and then for medium dark, you might see. For medium, you might see medium tan or medium deep or stuff like that. And then for dark, you'll see deep, you might see rich, but it's pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna put up a picture so you can understand. Here's what the skin tones are, what they look like. The next thing when you're gonna start doing your makeup, and this is when it comes to specifically the base, is your undertones. Undertones refers to the subtle color or hue underneath that skin, right? So that is broken down into 4 categories that I confer. Now, if you go Google, and I Googled and I did all my research, they'll give you majorly 3, which is your warm, your neutral, and your cool. But then there's a 4th one, in my opinion, which is olive. So what is warm? Warm is your peach colors, your yellows, your red, your goldens, right? Neutral is a blend of warm and cool. And then you have cool, which is your pinks and your blues. Then you have olive. Olive is usually a mixture of all of the skin tones, more greeny hues and things like that. Now the next thing, now that we understand what skin tone and undertones are, the next thing is identifying, or how to identify what your skin tone is as well as your undertone. Now, skin tone or your complexion is is very simple. Either you're going to be fair skin. Now, fair skin beauties tend to be more white or Asian, Korean. Not Asian, Korean, Japanese. Those are like your fair skin tone. But I'm gonna give you some examples here. Okay. Then you have your light, which is light skin, and light is typically you can be white, can be light. You can have white people that fall in that category. You can have African American or African or black people of color, or people of color, who can be light skinned. I will say this though, when it comes to skin tone, there are some I don't want to say exceptions, but there are some variations. So people who have skin mutations like vitiligo, which is here, or albinism, these beauties will also fall into they can fall fair, they can fall light category, right? Then you have your medium. Medium is your brown tones, your brown skin beauties, right? And then you have dark, which is your beautiful dark skin beauties, and here are some examples of these. So, like I was saying, so the more difficult, or the one that can cause a little bit of complication with identifying, is how you determine your undertones. Now, there's so many different things you can check when trying to figure out where you fall as far as the undertones. My go-to, honestly speaking, there's 2 that I like to do when I'm working with a client, or when I was trying to learn it myself, or anybody who just accesses me. The first thing you can do is you can check the color of your veins, right? If they're visible. So, and this is the best spots to check when it comes to the color of your veins is on the outside of your hands. Sometimes actually the inside of your hands, like you can see, I don't know if you guys can see mine. And then if you can see the veins on the inside of your arm. Right? Those are the ones. Now, the way the veins work, if you are like me, I don't know if you guys can see, like I have green, bluish veins, your undertone, which are mine, you will be more warm. Now, if you can't identify the color in the veins, or is closer to your skin complexion, you would be deemed neutral. And then if you are a blue or purplish type of vein in color, then you would be cool. Another thing that you can check, my other go-to. Now, this is my go-to. This is my go-to. I do use the inside of the arm, right? But it's not for the veins. So you see the inside of my arm, right? Here, you can see this light color here. Well, it's not really picking up on the camera, but this for me is more yellow. It's looking more yellow. So for me, because yellow falls under warm, I would be more warm toned, right? Also another area you can look, I don't know if you can see, you can check the colors inside of your chest area, the upper part of your chest. If you can see, for me, I don't necessarily go there because I have PCOS, so I have a lot of discoloration in these areas. But if you can see the upper top of your chest area, if it's more looking like the same thing, if you're seeing more yellow or more gold or more red, then that is where you will be deemed warm. If you're seeing just no difference in coloration, honestly speaking, or it looks more neutral, then you are obviously neutral. And if you're seeing more, if it's looking a little more like, I want to say greenish, or then you will be more cool. And that is just the best way that I use to identify those colors. There are other techniques you can use. You can use your natural hair color or your eye color to determine where you fall. And then your jewelry. If you're wearing more, like if gold suits you because it just pops better on your skin, then you're more warm. If it's silver, you can be more neutral, cool. That's how it is. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I hope this was your first good class. But before I go, your first pop quiz. Yeah, you thought you was going to get away. No. So pop quiz. And it's only 3 questions. And I want you guys to answer in the comments below. I want to see who's retaining. Question number 1. What is the most important key step in makeup? Question 2. What are the skin tones? Each skin tone you can name, that's a point. And question 3. What are the undertones? Each undertone that you can name, you get a point. Bonus, if you can break down what color represents each skin tone as well as each undertone. Okay, were you listening? Okay, my beauty, so now the class is concluded for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. How did you do on that quiz? Did you pass? I hope you did. I know you did. I mean, come on, you were listening. With that being said, there's only one thing left to say, and that is go out there, my beauties, and slay, slay, slay. Until next time, always remember, true beauty is limitless. Stay beautiful and be kind. Until then, bye, y'all.